Good afternoon. I am Alexander Shimko, Kiev. Honored coach of Ukraine, who made a certain discovery in world science. It's true. In 1983, I was recognized as the best coach of the Soviet Union in walking 20 kilometers. And I have already seen the Olympic Montreal together with my student. But when it came time to qualify for the Olympic Games, my student lost. There were a lot of searches, there were a lot of problems. And it turned out in the end that this is the influence of the energy of the lunar rhythms. And since 1984, I have been doing what I studied, one can say in the future, studied this very influence. I have studied millions of cases in the history of mankind in various directions. This includes sports, compatibility, morbidity, deaths, and so on, and so many, many things. And it turned out that in fact the moon has a very strong effect on all living things that exist on Earth. Not only does it affect, it is important to know how much or how many times it is stronger, for example, the sun. It turned out to be a well-known fact for a long time that the moon affects living organisms, humans, 3 to 6/10 times more strongly than the sun. And 2 whole 17/100ths of a time on what is called the plant world, these are trees, plants, and so on, and so on. Many years have been spent trying to see and find some patterns. There is no mysticism, no esotericism. Absolute mathematics. All the facts that have happened, have already happened in the history of people, have been recorded and analyzed. Well, it may have been several million cases in each of the directions. These are successes in sports, successes and failures in sports, diseases, deaths, and so on, and so on. And on the basis of this huge array, against the background of these Himalayas, mountains, statistics, I managed to find, attention, certain patterns and establish dependencies. And I found formulas how to calculate. For example, when a person gets sick, to what extent this person is compatible with this person, to what extent this athlete can perform poorly or well in such and such competitions. In fact, I made a discovery, and I am very proud that in my life there was that failure of 1984, when I started looking for the reason and found the moon.